fundamental topics. Okay, what is the grouping functions here, guys? Okay, count function, sum function, average function, min function, and max function. Okay, no? So these are what we called as aggregative functions or grouping functions we called. Okay, no? Count, sum, average, min, and max. Okay, so these functions compulsory we should use it when we are using group by class. Okay, so why we compulsory we should use this grouping functions means so your group by is just for grouping purpose. Okay, so the data, whatever the similar related data was there, that every similar data separated and making groups. But on that group of data, if I want to do any type of calculations, okay, for example, here I said, write a query to find out number of employee working in each department number wise. So each department number wise, we need to calculate the number of people. So first, what we want to do, the department number wise, we need to make it. Okay, we need to make groups here. And after making groups, okay, then I need to find out number of employees. But number of employees, how to find out means compulsory, we should use a grouping function. Compulsory, we should use a grouping function. Okay, so this is mandatory for us. Okay, right. So that's why, suppose we are not using grouping function, for example, I'm not using grouping function, then what was happened here, whatever the calculation part was there. So this is our calculation part, and this calculation part we cannot do it. Okay, we cannot do it. So that means this calculation, whatever the calculations we required here, those calculations purpose compulsory we should use a grouping function. Okay, so that how it is, let me see example, you can understand. Okay, right. And these are the two things, guys, here. And one more thing is what now group by you can apply on. Okay, so group by can be applied okay on selected statement, on selected command only. So other than select command, we cannot use any other commands here. And this is very important. Okay, so classes, okay, when you're working with classes, we should know that every class purpose and where we can use which commands are supported. So these are the three things very important when you're using classes. Okay, now? So now here, group by class, we can apply only select command, and other than select command, we cannot use any other commands. Okay, right. So this is what the information about group by, and come to the syntax of group by. So what is the syntax of group by mean? Select command only supported, guys. Column name 1, column name 2, and so on. Here I'm giving now grouping function name 1, comma, and so on from table name. Okay, and after that you need to apply group by. So now we can pass it in columns, column name 1, column name 2, comma, and so on. So this is your syntax of group by class. Okay, right. So based on the syntax and based on this information, let you see the first example, whatever we asked here, the write a query to find out the number of employee working in each department number wise. Okay, now? So let you come back and see. Now you can come out and first of all, so call your table. Okay. So EMP is working table. Okay. Now, so in this, just wait guys. Okay, now you can see. So there are 14 rows guys here. So we have 14 employees, right? So out of this 14 employee, okay, so what is our requirement here? In which department number, how many number of employees are working? Okay, so this is our requirement. We need to find out, okay, number of employee working in each department number or number wise. So first of all, department number column you can check out. So in this department number column, there are different numbers we have it here. So like tens we have, 20s we have, and 30s. So different numbers we have it in this column, department number. Okay, now, right. So after that, guys, here, okay, after that, now what first we want to do, the total number of employees are 14. This is complete strength, the total number of people. So out of this 14 people, how many people working in department number 10, in department number 20, in department number 30? So that I need to count here and find out. So before you want to go for to finding the number of people in each department number, first of all, department number column data, okay, whatever it was there. So this I need to what we can go for to make a group C. First of all, I have to divide department number column data into groups. Okay, now, right? How to do? Now you can see. Suppose are you writing like this, select star EMP. So how to do grouping in compulsory group by class? We should use it. So group by on department number. Okay. So as per the syntax, whatever we written now, so based on this formula, I just follow it here. So now I came back here. Okay. So group by I was applied on DEPT number column. So that means what the group by will be do, the department number column data. So whatever it was there here. So this column data is grouping by using of a group by. Okay. But you carefully observe whenever you want to pass in group by clause, okay, in your select query statement. So what it was required here. So very important point, this one. So what is that? Group by, are you applied on which column are you applied group by? So compulsory that column should be selected in your select query. But guys, you see what it was happened in my select statement. I was selected star, and we all of you know the star means entire columns of your table. So that means how many columns we have? Total 8 columns. So that 8 columns will be selected here. That means we are selected 8 columns. Okay. So from EMP table and a group by department number. That means your grouping column is department number and you selected total 8 columns, but your grouping is department number column. So when you use a star by using along with my group by, what was happening, you can see it was showing error. And the error also here it will be so identified here. So not a group by expression. So that means simple point here. What is the blindly remember here? Group by clause on which column it was performing or it will be applied here, the same column should be selected in your select column. Then only group by will be working. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Okay, for example, suppose I'm writing select DPT number. Suppose other than this, if any other number, other column I was given, suppose EMP number from EMP, okay, group by, and the DPT number if I'm giving, still it was having error. Because here the thing is, on which column are you applied group by? Okay, so compulsory that column should be select. That means your selected column and group by column must be saved. Understand my point now? So your selected column and your group by column, both are same column should be accepted. Different columns are not taken here. So now that's what we want to take. So select a DPT number from EMP. Then I'm using group by and DPT number. So now here, now your selected column DPT number and your group by column DPT number. So that means your selected column and grouping column both are same. Both are same and same column. Yes or no? So then what it will happen? It will be work. It will be work. So now it was working. So what it was going to do? Okay, DPT number column data, whatever it was there. So that will be divided into how many groups? 3 groups. So 10th department is a group 1. 20th department is a second group. 30th department is a third group. So that means how many groups here it was created, means that there are forming 3 groups are formed here. So how many groups here form? 3 groups. Okay, fine. So here total 14 employees. Okay, na? So but your department number wise 3 groups are formed, right? But my question is not this. My question is what now? Number of employees I need to find. Okay, what I need here, what we required here, number of employees. Okay, but here number of employees are there? No, there is no number of employee information. So number of employee information is not showing here. It was showing only department numbers and department number column data, just making groups. That's it. But there is no number of people. Okay, then how to find out number of people? Means, yes, we need to use some grouping function. That which function is suitable. Okay, so your grouping functions are total 5 functions are there. So which function is suitable for our requirement? So that function I need to use. So let you come back here, guys. Select DPT number and which function is suitable, count function is suitable from EMP group by DPT number. So now here carefully observe now. So these are the department numbers wise grouping the data, and in each group of data, number of people also finding here. Okay, so 10th department 3 people, 20th department 5 people, 30th department 6 people. Okay, so number of people, and here count of star, it was going to be representing what now? Count of the people. This is counting. But suppose this operational statement you don't want to show and you need to hide. What we want to do, we already know. We need to create some alias name. Then I can pass like this. Okay, number of employee. Okay, number of employee. So now I want to take number of employees. What now, guys? Here, that is just alias name. So group 1 and the DPT number 2 executed. And now we can see in place of count of star. Okay, count of star. In place of that, it was taking here what now? Some alias names we created and number of employees, some alias name. And these are the number of employees. Okay, but here department number, whatever we find out here, each department number wise, the number of people we find out. But some people are asking to you, Okay, your department numbers are having in the descending order like 30, 20, 10. Suppose I want it here in the sequence order 10, 20, 30. Then what we want to do means, yeah, we should go for up to here, my command will be same. Up to here, my command will be same. And now I'm going to taking what additionally order by class, order by on DEPT number. And let you see now the order of your DEPT numbers will be changed now. So previously, so how it was here 30, 20, and 10. But now how it is here 10, 20, and 30. Okay. So now finally, whatever our requirement is there in each department, number of people or number of employee, how many employees are working in each department number, so that we finally achieve. Okay, now so this is what now guys group by class working nature. Okay, so we can find out the kind of operations compulsory we required a group by. And one more example. Write a query to find out, okay, number of employee, okay, working in each job, working in each job, along with along with their department number wise. Okay, no? So in the second example, what we want to do guys here, I need to write a query to find out number of employee, okay, working in each job. Now this time we are finding number of employee working in each job, but along with the working in each job, what we are saying that I want to display their department numbers also. Okay, so how many number of employees are working in each job along with their department numbers also. Okay, now let you come out here. So first of all, okay, so I want to write here, select job wise, right? So job, and I will take your count of star, okay, from EMP. So group by and job. Okay, now, but here I'm using only job column I used here. So I selected job, and in each job, count of people we need to find out. Okay, now let you give. So now you can see the clerk jobs are divided here. Clerk, in clerk job, 4 people, in salesman 4, president 1, and manager 3, analyst 2. Okay, so these are what now total the jobs wise we divided number of people. But my question is not this. Okay, I wanted number of employees working in each job along with their department numbers also I have to display. But here in this output, we are not displaying employees department numbers. Okay, now so now we need to display department number. It means that we need to go for to apply your department number column. Now select job, comma, DEPT number. So here multiple columns I'm taking now because of reason I wanted job plus the department number. So after that, we need to apply your count function. And now we can see group by. But here very important observe. Here are you selected how many columns here? 2 columns. Suppose if you go to group by, only 1 column is given. In your group by, only 1 column was given, but you selected 2 columns, and it was showing error. It was showing error. So that means here the point is what? How many number of columns are you selected? Compulsory, those columns should be there in group by. Okay, now how many columns you mention in your select query? Compulsory, those columns should be there in group by statement. So then only working. Okay, now right. Now let me see then what we want to do. So department number also I want to give here. So now what happened? Selected columns are 2, Those are job and department number, and your grouping column is also 2. So now matching now. Yes. After matching, you can go for to exit. Now we can see. Now what it will happen, guys, here. So these are jobs. Okay. These are count of people in each job and their department number. Okay. So that means how it is in department number. Okay. Or I'll say manager. One manager in department number 20. One president in department number 10. One clerk in department number 10. 4 salesmen in department number 30. That means in salesman, there are 4 employees are there in salesman job. But these 4 employees department numbers are 30. So like a analyst, 2 analysts in department number 20. One manager in 30. One manager in 10. One clerk in 30. 2 clerks in 20. So that means number of people, number of clerks, okay, and in each department number wise. Okay, so here the sequence is not there, so that's why it is a little bit confusion was there. But the same result, how it is, how we want to display in the user friendly manner. So by using of roll up and cube, you can identify. Okay, right. But here just in this group by, I'm using only group by now. So in this what it was happening. So manager. So that means here observe one manager, and this one manager working. Okay, in which department number? What is the department number? 20. So that means that one manager, his department number is 20, and is the and other people also there 1. So that means total number of managers are here 1 manager, and here 1 plus 1 2. That means total 3 managers are there. So 3 managers, 1 manager working in department number 10, 1 manager is working department number 20, 1 manager is working department number 30. So that means 1 manager in department number 10, 1 manager department number 20, 1 manager in department number 30. Okay, now so 3 managers. I have a 3 managers, and 3 managers are in 3 different department numbers. They have it. So 1 manager in department number 10, 1 manager in department number 20, 1 manager in department number 30. Understand my point now? Now, same like this president. Suppose you can see president. How many presidents? Only 1 president. And 1 president where he was department number 10. Okay, now that means there is a no president in department number 20. There is a no president in department number 30. We have only 1 president, and that president was there in department number 10. Okay, like in the same to same clerks are there. Here, how many clerks? 1 clerk, and here 2 and 2 plus 2, 4. Total number of clerks are 4. But out of 4 clerks, 1 clerk is working department number 10. 1 clerk is working department number 30, and 2 clerks are working department number 20. Okay, now so number of people, their jobs, and their department numbers. So this is one way you can go to use your group by. Next. So next one more example is what now we can see. Now, so one more example is what now? One example I'm showing with all aggregative functions. That means all grouping functions. Okay, now, right. Write a query to find out number of employee, comma, total salary, comma, average salary, comma, minimum salary, and maximum salary. Okay, salary of maximum salary. So what we need to find out, number of employees and total salary, their average, their minimum, their maximum salary. Okay, from each department number one. So in this only, we are going to be taking all operations I'm going to doing in this one for you. Okay, let me see guys here. So this is our main table. Okay, this is our main table. And in this table, there are total 14 employees here. 14 employees. And these 14 employees are, okay, the department numbers also. So one by one, we need to write here. So select department number wise, we need to find out this all calculations. So then I select a department number. And I select a department number. Okay, comma. First, I need to find out the count of people. So I'm using count function. And that I want to show has the number of employees. So your number of employees, nothing but it's aliasing. Okay. Now, comma. Next, I need to find out the total salary of each department. Okay. So each department number wise, I need to calculate total salary. So that's total salary to calculations purpose. I'm using which function I see sum function. And this function will be showing as a total salary. Okay, so this is alias name. And later I need to calculate average. Then you can use average function and show as a average salary. Next, if you want to go for the minimum, if you want to know the minimum salary of each department number wise, then you can use min function, then min salary. Next, if you go to maximum, then max of salary, then I can use max salary. Okay, so all functions I have used in one single query along with my group by and group by DUPT. Okay, and now come back and see to execute this one. Okay, right. So now here complete information we calculated here. So in department number 10, this is number of employees, right? So this is total salary. This is average salary. It is a minimum salary of each department number. It is a maximum salary. Okay. So in department number 10, how many number of employees? 3 employees are working. What is the total salary of department number 10? 8,750. What is average? 2916.66. What is the minimum salary in department number 10? 1300. What is the maximum salary in department number 10? 5,000. Okay. So that means complete information about the department number 10. So in department number 10, how many number of employees are working? Okay, now that is one thing. And what is the total salary of department number 10? And what is the average? And how much, that means what is the least salary in department number 10? And what is the highest salary in department number 10? So complete details we find out here. Like department number 20 details also we calculated. In department number 20, number of people, their total salary, their average, their minimum, their maximum. Like department number 30 also same, their number of employees, their average, their total, their minimum, their maximum. Okay, na? Right. And here 30, 20, 10 was there the order. Suppose this order you have to change what I said. So complete query I just go to take now. Okay, and here I need to apply order by class. So order by department number. So now it will be changing like the department number 10, 20, and 30, and number of people, total salary, averages, min, and max. Okay, so like this, we can go to use here. Okay, now. So that we selected now. Clear? Right. So now this is what a selector, a department number we selected. So yeah, group by also department number. So selected column, group by column, satisfied here. Okay, now right. So that's why we got it. If it is not satisfied means compulsory showing error. Okay, right. So this is complete all grouping functions you can use like this in one single select point statement to do some calculation. Okay, right. So this is one thing. And this is group by class advantage, how we can apply group by class on group of data to calculate your operations. Okay, now right. And the next class is what now, guys? We are having class. So basically, having class. Okay, purpose of having class is what now? This class is also using for guys. Okay, filtering rows. Filtering rows. Okay, but when it was filtering your rows means after grouping after grouping data in a table, after grouping data in a table. So after grouping data in a table, okay, so grouping data in a table, so then we can use a having. So having and where class, here one point is so previously we selected where class also. So your where class, okay. So what we said, this is used to filtering rows. This is before grouping data in a table. So where and having, what is the main key point here? Where class is also filtering rows, but this is before grouping the data. That means in your table, whatever the data, and data means rows, whatever the data is there, how many number of rows are there, so that each and every row wise your where condition is checking one by one row. So every each and every row data wise your where class condition is checked. That's why it is called as a before grouping we called. Suppose your table is having, there are 100 records are there, then 100 records individually one by one checking by where class. Okay, that's why the people saying that where class is filtered before grouping data. So before grouping data in a table, so whenever you need to filter your required data purpose, there you can use a where. And where class, we said it was working on three commands: select, update, and delete. But having class is quite opposite. So having class, what we said, filtering rows. This is after grouping data in a table. It's very important. That is before, but this is after. Okay. So after means what we want to do. Yeah, the point is after grouping. After grouping means compulsory grouping purpose. Which class we need to use? Grouping purpose group by class. So that means when we using having class, when we use having class, compulsory group by class should be there. A compulsory group by class will be there, otherwise having class cannot be. So that's why what we can say, having class can, it can, it can use or it can implement, it can implement along with along with the group by, along with the group by class. Okay, so that means here without group by class we can't use that. Without group by we can't use having. It's very important, guys. Okay, now so when I'm using having class means compulsory I should use a group by. Compulsory I should use a group by. Okay, now so that is mandatory. Without group by, having class cannot be implemented. If I want to implement a compulsory, we required a group by. Okay, that is what. And now this group by, okay, we can use only on select command. It can work conf or use in select query only we can use. Okay, select command only we can use this one, but other commands we cannot use, like update command, delete command, okay, or any other commands we cannot use it. It is also supported only select command only. Okay, right. And now syntax of this having class we can see. So the syntax is group by syntax up to here, and come to same to thing, but here after grouping your data, then finally have to use your having class. So what is the having and here I need to give some filtering condition. Okay, now but carefully observe guys here, this having condition, whatever having filtering condition, whatever I'm giving, this condition when I was used here after grouping by, after group by only I used having class. After group by only I used having class. Okay, na? Right. Suppose let us see one example. So what is my example here? Write a query to find out. Write a query to find out number of employee working, number of employee of each job. Okay, of each job. EMP table, from EMP table, in which job the number of employees, otherwise I'll wait it. Write it for it to display number of employee of jobs from EMP table, in which job the number of employees is more than 3. Okay, now we can see. So I need to display number of employee of jobs. Display number of employee of jobs from EMP table, and what is our condition was given. So in which job number of employee is more than 3. So in which job number of employees more than 3, so those jobs people information I have to display. So here first of all, before you want to know in which job number of employees more than 3, suppose if you want to know that information, first of all what we want to do guys, first of all each job wise how many employees are working, that I need to find out first of all. So each job wise how many number of employees are working, so that how we can find out that operation means by using of what now. Okay, group by class. So first I need to use a group by class now. Let you come back here. So now I'm passing. So select job and count of